In this wild spy game, the intelligence director arrives aware the Bureau is after the CIA. To showcase her leadership, she's eager to lead the chase personally. She revealed she secretly planted malware as Nikki downloaded data. A click on those files, and she'd tracked them stealthily. With the director of intelligence present, Dee reluctantly lets Heather lead, but every move must be reported, or she'll walk away. He sends a super agent who perks up at Bourne's name, instantly dropping everything. Seems like she and Bourne share a deep bond. Enter underground fight. Bourne's taking a beating, but she's not stepping in. As a former expert, she is aware that she shouldn't be overly showy until a familiar face suddenly appears before her. Oh look, it's Nikki. Bourne kicks off with a knockout counter, all fireworks and punches, then hits the dressing room where Nikki left him a note saying, an hour later, sales halt at Constitutional Square, which is packed with protesters. Chaos reigns like a party. Heather monitors the situation, activates live surveillance, sends 2 teams, while agents hurry to the scene. Bourne finds Nikki. Hearing she's angered the CIA, he's stunned, thinking, isn't she supposed to be doing well? She mentions the Iron Fist plan, but Bourne is indifferent. She just wants to survive and saw Bourne's father's name in the files. Not surprising. Bourne knows his dad died in a blast, but what he found is far more complex. He wants to see the file himself. Bourne senses he's being tracked, so they split up. He's off to take out some wannabe agents. Then the big screen lights up with the name that sends shivers Jason Bourne. He grabs a Molotov and tosses it on the ground like a pro. The bright flames instantly draw both teams' attention. They jump in a car, throw a punch, then grab guns. 1 punch each side. Bourne's skilled. After fighting, he keeps his gun as street riots escalate. Bourne seizes the chance, kills a cop, takes his bike, and heads to meet Nikki, grabbing a gun from the trunk. Meanwhile, Team B corners Nikki, ready to punt, but bam. Bourne takes a shot and nails the driver. Then a punch follows, and Nikki jumps in right as the squad's officer shows up. This dude's even an earlier bird than Bourne. The chase begins, but agents have the edge. Heather reads the map clearly, knowing every ambush point. Wherever blocked, Bourne turns that way. Heather's right. Cars can't match motorcycles and crash. Agents hit the wall. Based on satellite traffic, Heather directs the agents to the rooftop at 19 Solium Street, convinced Bourne will stroll right into the site. Agents position themselves amidst chaos, lowered magazines, and await the legendary Jason Bourne's grand arrival. According to Heather, Bourne is 5 seconds away. There he is in the sniper sight. Aim. Shot hits. The motorcycle crashes uncontrollably. Nikki rides on the ground. Bourne lands behind a dumpster. Waking up, he sees gasping Nikki, knows she must save him. Then, local police find 3 bodies. A bunch of cops rush upstairs, while Heather calls for a retreat, telling the agents they've only got 20 seconds left in their little adventure. Nikki's twitching, eyes glassy, gasping for air on the ground, blood pooling around her, while slowly, Bourne crawls over like a... Nikki realizes she's in crosshairs. As Bourne rises, she sacrifices herself like a hero. In the last second, she again shields Jason Bourne, tossing a key. Cops arrive on the rooftop, but the agent escapes via rope, leaving Nikki's body alone in the street. Agents are determined to kill Bourne, arousing Heather's suspicion. She questions her boss. Dewey tells all. Years ago, an agent on a mission abroad was captured and tortured after Bourne thwarted black wall plans. It took 2 years to rescue her. With Nikki's key, Bourne finds a backpack with a gun, a USB, and a notebook. She is heading to Berlin, following clues in the notebook, as Heather reviews plans with Dr. Albert's unique take on Bourne's actions. It notes that when Bourne ditched the plans, he left behind the key to his identity, essentially dropping the reason for his existence. She thinks Bourne's always uneasy outside, will hit a limit someday, when that day comes, if possible. If Bourne can be lured back into the plan, this man is Nikki's accomplice. She's here to expose those hackers. Suddenly she notices something. Bourne appears behind the man, throws the USB, demanding access. It powers on. Heather signals Dewey. Bourne's in Berlin. They immediately use the surveillance system to monitor Bourne in real time through the window. The man hopes Bourne will leave the files after reading. Bourne's too preoccupied to care and spots his dad's name. Meanwhile, Heather's eyeballing the phone on the table. She can use it to wipe all the files. The squad's still 5 minutes out. Bourne used to be in the 1st Special Forces, Delta Force, but then he got evaluated for being a tripwire guy, and the last time he saw his dad. I need to get back to the falls. He said, I love you, son. Then boom, his father dies in the blast. Officials say it's a terror attack. But now it seems wrong. The man suddenly attacks. When Killen hits Bourne, he dodges and breaks a chair. After a few moves, she subdues the man, then checks the documents. Heather finally breaks the last firewall, deleting all computer files. Dee instructs Heather to make the call, saying, "Have you ever managed to breach those ancient firewalls? I'll reclaim your history. I know what you're looking for, let me help you find it." Heather's trying to pull Bourne back under her command. Dewey notices he must stall, introduces himself, and shares Bourne's dad's patriotism tales. Because Heather's got her own agenda, she slyly texts Bourne telling him the action crew is on their way, you've got to. Bourne thinks for a moment and bolts out of there. The action team splits, 2 go upstairs, 1 stays below, and just like that, Jason Bourne vanishes into thin air. At a high-level meeting, they confirm Bourne will seek Oldmore, who monitored tripwires when recruiting Bourne in the 90s and now works as a security guard. Dewey sends agents to London to kill Bourne, but Heather disagrees, again voicing her views to the intelligence director.